What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul
and Chris. Give you the latest on Candy Crush, the premiere episode with Big Brother people and Survivor.
That's right, guys. So this Candy Crush episode, for those of you that don't know, it's a new show that's just been released on CBS this past Sunday, right after Big Brother, so 9 p.m. And then basically it's a kind of like a big Candy Crush type thing, like you use like your whole body or whatever, and they have like these little Candy Crush mini games.
Yeah.
Those of you who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Candy Crush is a very, very famous app on the iPhone and Android and basically everywhere else now.
It's basically just matching fruit. You just have to match fruit together.
Yeah, it's
pretty self-explanatory, honestly.
It's matching candy, Chris.
Matching candy, sorry, not fruit.
It's not Fruit Crush,
I keep
Chris.
thinking of a different game.
It's not Fruit Crush. He's thinking Fruit Ninja or something.
Or something like that, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, great. Okay. All right, so it's Big Brother vs. Survivor, like Chris just said. Let's talk a little bit about these teams. Chris, go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about the Big Brother people first. I'm not the biggest fans of some of them.
Okay.
The first team is Frankie and Caleb, and the second team is Paul and Davon.
Now, what's weird about this is that Caleb played in Survivor before, so I don't know why they're like singularly placing him only on like the Big Brother type.
I didn't think that. I didn't think it from that perspective.
I did. Of course I did.
But yeah, that's actually kind of weird how they're just like, yeah, Caleb is like the Big Brother person, but he was on Survivor twice. And Big Brother
He was on
what the fuck?
I mean, mind you, he didn't do very well in Survivor. Mostly not his fault. One, due to an injury, and two, due to mostly just bullshit. He fell victim to a tribe swap, which happens. But yeah, so Frankie and Caleb and Paul and Davon. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Survivor people. Okay, so we have Wu and Jeremy. Jeremy, the winner of Second Chances, season 31. Wu played on... Well, they all played on more than one season.
Yeah.
All right, it's Second Chances. Duh. All right, so then we have Kelly and Joe from also Second Chances. So, I like these teams. What do you think?
I think these teams are very dynamic. I just don't think that... Why Davon?
I don't know why Davon. She's not a big...
Why not Paul and Victor? Why not, like, Paul and anyone that's not Davon? Why do they always pair fucking Davon and Paul together? Like, I don't understand that.
I don't know. They're not, like... They never really, like, worked together too much, and she kind of screwed them.
And Paul backdoored her, so I don't understand.
Yeah, I
don't really get it.
I mean, Jeremy...
Fucking Davon voted for Nicole over Paul, so I don't really understand.
Jeremy and Wu make sense, and yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Let's just jump into the game.
Okay.
Let's not think too much about the pairs.
Okay, let's talk about this. So, you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so these four teams first have to verse each other, and I think they're like tied in a... I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Like a rope?
A rope. It's kind of like a rope, but it looks like a candy cane, I guess. I don't know. But each person on each team has to get a match, and then they have to switch on and off and on and off. Yeah. And the team that gets first gets to choose out of the four categories for the next round.
Right, and the team that wins is Wu and Jeremy.
Wu and Jeremy.
And they pick, it was the swing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it was a swing. Basically what the swing is that...
And they had a something to tap them.
I'm about to explain.
I'm sorry.
So they're up in the air on like this moving platform. Yeah. One player moves the platform around. The other player has this giant like finger stick. So it's like a long pole with a finger at the end of it, and they use it to move around the pieces on a giant Candy Crush board. I never thought I'd ever be talking about this. I just never thought.
It just sounds ridiculous.
Just never thought. But anyway, they did very, very well. I was surprised. Like, I think Mario, who's the host, was like very surprised at like how they got they got like over 30 matches, and I was like, holy shit! Like they're doing really well. They have 2 minutes time. Every 4 gives plus 5 seconds. Every 5 gives plus 10 seconds. So, you know, if you play Candy Crush at home, you're probably an expert by now. Yeah. Because you're probably addicted.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know a lot of people who play that are addicted. So, this is probably right up your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But they got over 30 matches, which is good for them. And they got in the leader section.
They're first place by default.
Yeah, first place by default.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this. This next competition, I'm calling it a competition now. This next mini game, we'll call it a Candy Crush mini game for these next 3 teams, for the rest of the 3 teams.
Yeah.
basically this one was you had to throw a, I don't know exactly what it was.
It's like a ball or something.
Was it like a pillow? Was it like a physical solid shape? I don't know. But they had to throw something into like this cart, and once they got it in, the player had to get the color of the thing they threw in.
Yeah.
They had to find a match for it.
Yeah.
Once they did that, was it 4 or 5 times? A few.
I think it was 3.
I think it might have
It
been.
might have been. I think it was 3 or 4.
Right. Might have been.
Might have been 5.
I think it was 4.
4. Okay. So let's
Correct us down below.
Yeah. So Paul and Devon, they win it.
Yeah, I mean, they were behind
were-
and they caught up.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think it was 3, because I think it was like 2, and then they made it to 3 and 4 rather quickly. So good for them. And Paul and Devon, they're like, go ahead.
Yeah. Paul and Devon are like, yay, we won this next part, and now they get to choose out of the 3 remaining competitions. I guess that's what it's called. Choices, categories, whatever. And I was very surprised, but they chose the one where one person is hanging and has to match all the
balloon one.
The balloon one, yeah.
Now, let me talk. This is a good time to talk a little about the
Categories.
the strategic choosing. Now, I think the finger choice was really good for Jeremy and Wu, because they had an aerial view and they were able to see the whole board.
Yeah.
I think Paul and Devon, or Paul rather, because Devon didn't really choose, but I think Paul arguably chose the hardest one. And they also chose the hardest process to do it.
Right.
Because they had Devon pulling Paul up, where it would probably have made more sense if Paul was pulling Devon. I mean...
Devon weighs less than Paul. But,
Yeah.
I mean... And also, the reason why I think they shouldn't have chose this one over the other ones is because only one person's matching all the stuff together.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other ones, there's two of them that are matching it, and just
And then the aerial one, you get the aerial view. So this is the balloon one is the hardest one.
Yeah.
And I knew that just from the explanation. I said,
Yeah.
okay, so the ones that are probably the easiest are, I thought the finger one was the easiest. 'Cause of the
yeah, that's
aerial
what
view.
I thought.
And the ones that you have 2 people with.
Oh, yeah,
So I don't know.
because one person has half a board and the other one has the other half. So I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It was a poor choice.
Yeah, poor choice. And the cart one I think was easier too.
And they only got like 16, 19. They didn't get that many.
Yeah, they got 16.
16. So now they're in second place. I mean, because they didn't get first.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get first. All right, so I mean, it happens.
Yeah. So let's talk about
Yeah, Joe and Kelly.
Joe and Kelly versus Frank and Caleb.
So this last competition, in Candy Crush, you have like this little like, I don't know what it's called, like a little, how do they describe it? It's trapped like this black thing with like an X in it, basically.
Yeah.
And you had to go through like this little maze type thing with like
Well,
a
like
bunch.
a whole bunch of string and
Yeah, a bunch of string. You got to go through it, jump through it, and then you had to break down that little piece.
Yeah.
And you had to do it twice.
Ugh.
Both members had to
little
do it,
hard.
get back, and then that's it.
Yeah.
The one who won are Joe and Kelly. Yeah, so they won. I'm not surprised. They're really good. They're both really good.
Really good, Joe and Kelly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay, so the one they choose is is like the cart one.
Yeah. Looked like they were on skateboards for a second. It kind of looked like they were on skateboards, but they were on carts, yeah. But I honestly think out of all of them, this seemed like it was the easiest one.
I disagree, only because it requires a lot of communication. So this one's a hit or miss depending on how well you work together, and those two just really coordinated very well.
Yeah.
Like you constantly heard Kelly calling them,
Yeah.
like, listen, go that way,
Well,
get that.
shouldn't they all be communicating no matter what, though? I mean, I know what this one specifically was.
Yeah, I mean, you should, but this one specifically, you needed even more.
Yeah.
This one and the last one.
The only reason why I think this one was the easiest one was because there was 2 of them doing it, and that means they had more opportunities to get most of the candies connected
Yeah,
quicker.
and they got about 40 all.
They got like 48 or something like that, or 47.
40 something, and it was really impressive.
Yeah, it was really good. So now they're first place, and Wu and his other companion are now in second. And now Paul...
Other companion, Wu and Jeremy.
Wu and
Jeremy.
Jeremy are in second place, and Paul and Devon are out of the competition.
Oh,
well!
Chris forgetting names real quick.
Sorry.
All right, so...
Now
Then
Frankie and Caleb.
Frankie and Caleb, they do their... I forgot what it was called, but basically this one involved... you're both up there on the board, but you move around in random directions. You don't get to control yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's pretty tough if you if you're not good at remembering, if you don't have good memory,
Yeah.
the first like minute and a half, they were doing
Terrible.
not very well at all.
They had like 7.
Yeah, they were doing shit.
Then out of nowhere, they were just like, oh, and they got a whole bunch, and I was like,
they got fucking 26.
26.
And like they got 26 altogether, and they had like 7 a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, good for them.
I thought it was gonna be like, I'm no offense, I really thought it was gonna be fucking rigged for them for a second. Just the way it looked, it's just like, oh my fucking god, no, and then they got 26 and then didn't beat Will, and I was like, all right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I will say that was very impressive how quick they were able to come back.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't win.
Yeah, if they got like another 4,
Yeah.
those 5 seconds probably could have done it for them.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Or a 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So now let's just talk about 2 teams versus each other for that $100,000 grand prize.
And it's Survivor. So just the Survivor teams. I mean, honestly, it makes sense that the Survivor people won, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's because in like Survivor, like the competitions are a little more physical, and you're doing them basically foods deprived, and a lot of times sleep deprived. So for them to do this in like full energy, of course they're gonna do pretty well.
Yeah.
In Big Brother, you're basically almost always fed. Well, almost always, unless you're half not. And the competitions are more quirky.
Mm-hmm.
Than Survivor, I'd say. All right, so let's jump into this final competition.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
So basically, what they had to do was there was a key on top of the board, and they had to get the key all the way on the bottom, and then they had to get a physical key to open a box.
Yep.
And then their second, what did the second teammate do? They just helped out. How did they help out?
The second teammate was on the board.
No. I'm talking about when they had the control.
Oh yeah, they had a
the joystick. They had the joystick.
Yeah, the joystick controlled the other player.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
I mean, like, how else would they move?
I thought, whatever. Anyways, yeah. So, the beginning of it, Kelly got first, and then I keep forgetting the fucking name. Sorry. Joe.
Oh no, not Joe.
The other
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Kelly was first, and then Jeremy was like right behind her, and then it was like smack down. They were all versing each other.
And then Woo and Joe were versing each other, and it was rather close. It seemed like Kelly and Joe had the lead for most of it. Mm-hmm. Actually, all of it. They had the lead.
Yeah, it was kind of
You said predictable, but it was like it was 46-50. And let me tell you something about the end that kind of ticked me off a little bit. So for those of you that play Candy Crush, like those little chocolate candy things? I'm like waiting for an answer. Yeah, of course you do. So the chocolate candy, when you move it on like one of the pieces, it destroys every single one of those pieces. So Woo did that right at the end. I think he was thinking that it would make him win.
Yeah.
But like, nothing happened to the score, and I was just like, really? That should have counted for something. Yeah. I mean, it's really tough to get one of those candy things. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, well, damn, who's got the chocolate thing? He's going to, like, take it home. But up 46. All right.
Yeah, even though the team, got, like, the whole shady, like, couldn't see the screen part.
Wow, fuck.
Sorry.
I mean, they got nothing during the double thing either, by the way.
Yeah, the double thing was bullshit.
Useless.
It's shit.
The 10-second thing, they still got like.
They should have, if they were gonna do the double one, they should have made sure they got a whole bunch before they activated it.
Yeah, they should have noticed
instead of getting nothing. Like,
yeah, they didn't really get.
Yeah,
it was kind of a waste. Honestly, the automatic 3 would have probably been the best.
You're right. So who wins, Paul?
I just said Joe and Kelly.
Joe and Kelly win. Joe and Kelly win.
Chris is asking me because he's forgot the names. I think.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm just joking, guys.
I'm actually glad that it was Joe and Kelly that won out of the 4 teams.
Yeah, because, well, I don't know. I love Woo. I love Woo. But I also love Joe.
You can't be picky.
I mean, Jeremy won Survivor already, so
yeah,
he doesn't need the money.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Well, I like Jeremy. All right, so never mind. I like them all.
Yeah. So overall, I think the show is a little
kooky.
It's kooky. Definitely a little much in the beginning.
I like the host. Mario did a good job.
Yeah, I think Mario did a very fantastic job.
Mario, if you're watching this, because you totally are, great job.
Answering those questions, like asking them questions and stuff like that. Like Caleb is. I didn't know Caleb adopted.
I did.
I didn't know. But, yeah. But overall, though, I think the show is a little kooky. It's kooky. Definitely a little much in the beginning. I think Mario did a very fantastic job. Answering those questions, like asking them questions and stuff like that, like Caleb is. I didn't know Caleb adopted. I didn't know. But, yeah. But overall, though, was alright. It was alright.
It was alright. You know, just okay.
Is this gonna be like the last Big Brother and Survivor one? Like, I know this is like the premiere of like Candy Crush, but like,
I think so.
I really wish they just switched the team. I'm so sick and tired. No offense, but I'm really sick and tired of like Frankie and Caleb going back for like every CBS show. That's just how I feel.
What else did Frankie come back for?
Frankie came back for The Price is Right. Yeah.
Oh, wait, did he play? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and then he comes back in episodes of Big Brother. I mean, I get it, but like, can you give everyone else a fucking chance? Like, come on.
I don't mind.
I don't mind it either. Just give everyone else a fucking chance.
I mean, we wouldn't do this video if they weren't on.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Devon was in Bold and the Beautiful, and then she's back on it. Like, I don't know. It's a lot.
And Paul's in every fucking Big Brother.
Now Paul's in 2 shows, even though he's on 1. Like,
yeah. We just watched Paul win HOH and Big Brother.
We get 2 hours of Paul.
But then he lost. Well, I mean, they fucking blew it in Candy Crush.
Yeah,
But then he wins the Candy Crush HOH competition.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
All right, anyway.
They get out first in the Candy Crush episode, but then he fucking wins the Candy Crush HOH.
All right, so we'll end it there. Whether or not we'll continue doing these Candy Crush episodes depends on you guys.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you'd like them, I guess give us a like down below. But if you don't, well...